Today on TimesCast, a suicide bomber dressed in an army uniform infiltrated the rehearsal for a National Day parade in Yemen, killing more than 90 people.
This is Alan Cowell of the New York Times. This is probably the worst atrocity of its kind in many years in Yemen, and Yemen is no stranger, don't forget, to this kind of killing. The implication of this is for deepening concern in Washington and other Western capitals about the state of Yemen's security and its ability to hold the line against Islamic groups. On the one hand, you've got the recent plot to try to bomb an American-bound airliner on the first anniversary of the capture of Osama bin Laden. You've got an increasing degree of control by Islamist groups in parts of the country, and a feeling that this is very much the front line against Al-Qaeda. There was one report, and one only so far, that Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula had taken responsibility for this attack. That's quite an ominous claim. Of course, these claims are very difficult to verify, and the situation is still very murky. But it could well be a very clear response to the government's latest campaign, which is being sponsored and supported by the United States, to move against the Islamist groups in Yemen. And of course, there have been recent American drone strikes that they've been intensified. This might well be an answer to all of those campaigns against Al-Qaeda.
Monday night, the New York Rangers and New Jersey Devils meet in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup semifinals. The intense rivalry reminds many fans of the semifinal series in 1994, which was decided in double overtime of Game 7. Former players Stéphane Matteau and Ken Daneyko reflect on what some consider to be the best series in professional hockey's history.
Boy, oh boy, it had everything. It was physical, it was nasty, there was great goaltending. We score 7 seconds left in Game 7.
Centers, stopped by Richter. The Devils score! They have tied it!
We were pretty stoked, pretty excited, and pretty confident that, we're destined. You get that late tying goal, and it's going to be our game in overtime, and we had a lot of opportunities. Richter made a couple of huge saves.
Saved by Richter! Garrity moves in, saved by Richter, and he holds on!
I think I just got on the ice, and I saw an opportunity of jumping ahead of the play. It was a funny bounce who came to the corner.
He's in the Devils zone. Matteau goes for the puck.
Went around the net very slowly. It seems like I tried to make a little move.
It usually ends on a type of goal. You see it so often in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Just get the puck to the net.
I think I was the very first player who saw the puck going in very, very slowly.
Matteau behind the net. Swings it in front. He scores! Matteau!
That moment was magical. The best moment of my life.
At the time it was devastating, and you hate to lose, and somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, obviously, but we left it all on the ice, blood, sweat, and tears.
The Rangers would go on to break a 54-year dry spell to win the Stanley Cup against Vancouver.
I realized what it meant to the city years after that. I think I'm more emotional talking about it today than it was 10, 15 years ago.
The Devils would win the following year, and Ken Daneyko would win 2 more cups with the team.
That eased the pain a little bit from that loss, put it that way. We didn't win a cup, I'll be honest. If we never had the opportunity, I wasn't fortunate enough to be on some Stanley Cup teams, then it would still sting.